Nobody talks about how hard it is going from owning your own restaurant, having over 20 employees, being the boss, to starting all over at a 13 an hour job just washing dishes. But let me tell you something. For me, it wasn't a downfall. It was actually God redirecting my life. You see, when I walked away from my restaurant in September 25th of 2023, I didn't go home to cry. I actually went out the next day looking for work. And the first job I took, it was at Chick-fil-A at $13 an hour. And it was actually one of the businesses that I always looked up to. And I went in with a humble heart, from owning my own restaurant to washing dishes and prepping chicken. But God wasn't done. A week later, I got hired at a university kitchen at $15 an hour. And guess what? I took it. And a couple of months later, came another opportunity, helping a friend with marketing and in the field with his plumbing and remodeling business. Was I a plumber? No. Did I get my hands dirty? Yes. And I also learned to respect every type of work. Now, why am I sharing this with you guys? In the past few days, I've gotten so many messages from people asking me to pray over them because they can't find a job. And listen, of course I will pray for you, but maybe not for the perfect job. Instead, I'll pray for a humble heart because I know that during those months that you've been searching, opportunities have come your way. But I also know you didn't take them for two possible reasons. Either the pay was too low or the job didn't match your ego. So now, you're just struggling by choice. You see, these aren't just screenshots. These are proof of how God opened doors for me, one step at a time, even when those steps didn't look like blessings. For example, this is me at my own restaurant. Running a full kitchen, managing over 20 employees, life looked stable, right? But behind the scenes, God was preparing a new season, and I didn't even know about it. And this was the next day when I walked away. Life felt lost. But now, I see it was God clearing the path. And although I don't have a picture of me working at Chick-fil-A, I can tell you that that was the first door that opened for me after I lost everything. Yep, from owning a restaurant to washing dishes at $13 an hour. And even there, God was teaching me discipline. And then a week later, I got this job at this university for $15 an hour. And believe it or not, God used me there too. I got to pray for some of my coworkers, and I got to see people going through storms that I never even imagined. And then this was me at the plumbing and remodeling company. Hard work, dirty work, but God used me there more than anywhere else. I kept sharing the word, I evangelized, and a lot of those people that I met along the way, they started going to church. They started getting in a relationship with God, and some of them still do. And during that process, I continued to work with my content, with my digital marketing agency. That was kind of like my side hustle and my hobby, pretty much. And one day, out of nowhere, I got an opportunity to talk about my business at a radio show with this guy, Violin. And a lot of my Mexican or my Hispanic people knows about this guy. That's a door I never saw coming. And that was on God's timing, not me. And then a few weeks later, this is me at a radio station where I got to have my own segment. No money involved, but it gave me a voice to bless small businesses and keep sowing seeds. And little by little, clients started coming in. Opportunities started to open. And I knew that God was shaping me through every step. And today, I can happily tell you that we get to travel the US in an RV, continuing our mission to support and pray over small family-owned businesses, sharing hope with people who really needed it. Because every small job built my heart, not my ego. You see, people think going backwards means you failed. But sometimes God has to take you one step back, so then He can push you 10 steps forward. I'm being real with you here. You can't ask God to bless you if you're too proud to take the opportunities He sends you. I know I'm not where I want to be yet, but I know I'm exactly where God wants me to be. Building my agency, building my platform, traveling across the US in an RV, uplifting small family-owned businesses through a prayer, growing every day, learning every day, and trusting God every day. So if you're in a season where life feels like you're going backwards, breathe, don't complain, and most importantly, don't quit. And just ask God, what are you trying to teach me with all this? Because the same God who redirected my life can redirect yours.